healthcare itafanya kazi, wananchi wenyewe wataona ya kwamba rais huyu alikuwa anatupeleka vizuri, Bwana Spika. Kwa hivyo kwa hayo mengi, naomba kuunga mkono hoja hii ya hotuba ya rais. Asante sana, Bwana Spika.
Honorable Senators, I now proceed to propose the question. Which is that pursuant to Standing Order 25-1, the thanks of the Senate be recorded for the exposition of public policy contained in the address of His Excellency the President, delivered on Thursday, 9th of November 2023, and further that the Senate notes the following report submitted by His Excellency the President in fulfillment of Articles 132(1)(c) and 247 of the Constitution, laid on the table of the Senate on Tuesday, 14th November 2023. 1. The 10th State of the Nation Address by His Excellency the President, delivered at a joint sitting of Parliament on Thursday, 9th of November 2023. 2. The 10th Annual Report 2022-2023 on the measures taken and progress achieved in the realization of the national values and principles of governance. And 3. The Annual Report to Parliament on the state of the national security, dated November 2023. Now, Honorable Senators, you may now make your contribution to this motion. Senator Sifuna.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think by now, because you've presided over this House for over a year, you are aware of the character of most of us in this House. Mr. Speaker, in your communication about the President's address, you reminded this House of the requirement of the standing orders that in an address to the House, the head of state shall be heard in silence. Now, Mr. Speaker, knowing myself and knowing the President, Mr. Speaker, I chose not to attend the President's address to the National Assembly because I knew for a fact that at the first instance where I felt he was giving misleading information to the country, I would not be able to manage myself to keep quiet. I would have been strongly pushed to say something. And Mr. Speaker, I would have run afoul of the rules of this House. And although the Speaker of the Senate might be lenient because they know me, I was not very sure about the Speaker of the National Assembly, whether he would extend some of the courtesies that you have extended us in this House. Mr. Speaker, I suspected that if I went for that speech, I probably would be serving now an expulsion from the House for a minimum of 6 months. And I will go into the reasons why, Mr. Speaker, I did not trust the head of state to paint the true picture of the state of the nation. In my mind, Mr. Speaker, the state of the nation is the state of the people. Senator Mungatana has spoken very eloquently here about the state of the creditors of this country, that the creditors who gave us money during Eurobond are happy they are going to be receiving their payment. He should be asking himself, how many Kenyans are still able to service their own debts? That is the state of the nation that I would want to address. Mr. Speaker, so what I did, I joined a group of friends, and you will indulge me here, in playing a drinking game. Mr. Speaker, the rules of the game are very simple. Every single time you thought that a statement that was untrue, or even partially untrue, from the head of state, you had to take a shot of whiskey. Mr. Speaker, needless to say, by the end of the president's speech, we were extremely inebriated because of the half-truths and open lies that we believe the president told before the House of Parliament. And I will get into the specifics. Mr. Speaker, my expectation has always been that during a State of the Nation address, because the Constitution requires it.
What is your point of order, Senator Mungatana?
I know the Honorable Sifuna could be very passionate, but is the use of the word